Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical, this is Misstical Gaming. We are jumping into Watch Your Realms now. It's the update announcement I want to go through. It's not as straightforward as it seems. There's a couple of little quirks and changes you do need to know about. So the plan for the video is we're going to do a quick gloss over here on the update announcements. We'll just quickly read through it, spam through that, no great shakes, take a couple of minutes. I'm going to jump onto the Forerunner and we'll go through the quirks and things you must be aware of, okay? Just to maximize your own profits, I suppose, out of this update, okay? So there's a couple of little things you do need to be aware of and a couple of things you can sort of prep for as well, okay? So let's jump into that. So first things, it's coming on the 28th at 19:15 to 21:15 UTC, minus 8 hours. It will be offline, so adjust your gameplay accordingly, okay? That's the first thing. So right, heroes, Raka, she's getting a buff, okay? You can read all about a buff there if you want. Realistically, the spider poison, where it explodes, is getting a massive change. It's going from 30% to 100%, from 40% to 150% damage on the AoE explosion, okay? So that's the big part of the burst. Rygar gets a buff as well. Malric gets a buff. I don't know if it's going to be enough to see him getting gameplay. Kaya gets some skill optimization with regards to setting his snare. Valderon gets a bug fix. Rorke gets a bug fix as well. Talia gets a text change because it's easier than fixing her, so it now also considered a platform unit in Guild Wars, okay, even if you've got her on the ground. There you go. Talia again is back in there for optimization for her targeting. She always seems to be in there. That's a quite a weird one. Zilitude, very small, little one sentence. Looks, I think, will be a massive change for her, okay? So Empress Might, the trigger condition has been adjusted from charges energy every 3 seconds if not dealing damage, and it's going to change to charges energy after 3 seconds if not dealing direct damage. I think what they mean here is if she's not attacking away. So when you cast her ultimate, she's going to put a poison on, she's going to put a burn on someone, and then you're going to hit your Twin Fiend or your Pyros or something like that, and they're going to start the channeling. That channeling there will stop her doing direct damage for more than 3 seconds. She will then get her Empress Might. I think that's what it means, okay? I haven't done any full testing on that, but that's my belief on that. It's worded a bit strangely. And I now joins a new faction. She's going to become a part of the Northern Throne as well. Right, Demon Soldiers, a whole host of stuff about Demon Soldiers. New faction lords on Demon Soldiers, new factions, all that sort of crazy stuff. And then there's loads in here about BP calculations adjusted, Voidcores on how you're going to get them and upgrade them, and then there's a mystery demon chest in there as well. Loads of stuff. We'll have a look at that all on the Forerunner server. It's much easier if you get to see it as opposed to me trying to read it off. Artifacts, there's 4 new artifacts. We'll have a quick look at those on the Forerunner. Guild Wars, there is an important change within Guild Wars for Season 10. If you're guild leader or vice leader, you can appoint up to 4 commanders as marshals. These marshals will get 3 additional attacks. So if you don't appoint them, the game will automatically appoint them for you. I can't imagine the game will appoint the same ones as you thought you were going to, okay? So just be aware of that little subtle little change if that affects you as a guild leader or vice leader. Okay, gear. So there's been some gear changes and there's a whole host of new gear that's come out, and we will do a quick look on the Forerunner so you can actually see which bits you're actually going to get. United Front's back. Done a video on that yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Link to that video will be in the description below. Honour's Gauntlet has had some changes. It's still not a lover of it. Tower of Deception, that's had some changes as well. Some new modifiers have been added to the Tower of Deception, and they're hidden chambers as well, so go careful for that. And the boss's skill frequency at stage 35 has been lowered to overall difficulty. So big changes if you're a lower account, then stage 16 and above now drop Arcarian Crystals, a new mat for you to not worry about, but a new mat for you to gather resources on, okay? But we'll have a quick look at that and show you what it does. Really nice little change in the game that is. And then we've now got shards for advanced gear recasting hammers. I've had to play around with this. I've written to the devs about it. There are some issues with this. I'll show you them when we jump onto the Forerunner. Honour's Gauntlet, Tower of Deception achievements, Apex Shop, haven't seen that. Titanic Runes and Drake's Chasm, we do need to go and have a look at those rewards. They are different, but there are significant changes there that you do need to be aware about. We will go and have a look at that as well. button change, Drake's Chasm interface, better showcase new demons. Okay, right, let's jump onto the Forerunner and have a look at what all this actually means. Okay, so here we are on a Forerunner server. So quick one to start with then. Let's jump in and do the artifacts because that's probably the shortest and easier one to do. The first thing to be aware of is that they are all platform based. So all 4 of the new artifacts are all platform based. There they are there. Just get a quick look through them. Feel free to press pause if you want, but all of them are platform based. You can see there's all 4 of the new ones, and on the ground units we go straight into the tacticians. Okay, so all 4 of them are platform based. First thing you want to be aware of. Okay, so exclusive gear in the Forge then. Okay, I'm not going to read it all out for you. Feel free to press pause and nigh. She's going on breastplate for wicked vengeance, and then you've got Zilitude on here as well, going for she's on a weapon on wicked vengeance. Again, that ties into the Empress's might for her as well, so that ties in nicely with her buff. And then on the 3-piece side of it, so we've got Xena, we've got Zaris, and we have also got Twin Feed. All of those 3 are on the Hell's Lamont pieces. Okay, and then nothing for Tempered Will. Cataclysm, that has a Beatrix on there, that has Allura on there. She's permanent, she gains permanent invisibility, which is going to be a nice touch for her. Boreas, he's on there as well. He's doing more damage with his penetrations gone up. And that's it for the Cataclysm. And then we've got the Wings of Grace set, where there is Toluda's on the Wings of Grace set, and so is Beelzebub as well. Okay, so there we go. That's a quick roundup of the exclusive gear. If you want to see it, I've rolled a couple of pieces up and you can have a look at what the actual gear does and which pieces I've got, that sort of stuff. Now, next thing is bulk enhancement. That's either done at the foundry when you make up gear, or the other place you do it is here as well. Okay, so you'll see just down here there's a new button, bulk enhancement, and you can select all the gear and you can up enhance it all in a one-er. That's fantastic. The only place it isn't is in the sell page of your gear. It doesn't appear there, which is a bit of a shame, because this is probably where I would use it the most, is when I come here to sell. I'd probably have a lot of my gear here that I'd like to bulk enhance, as opposed to doing the Tales of the Smith event, but it is what it is. There are those 2 places, so that's the foundry and when you're doing your raids as well. Okay, bulk enhancement done. Now starting to build up the important stuff. Okay, gear raids. So from 16 onwards, this is nice. While we're here, let's pick a piece of gear that hasn't been upgraded, and then when we go and have a look at it, there are some changes to it. So when you come to enhance, you'll see here at the bottom you've got use Arcarian crystals from level 15. You can select this and change whatever level you want to use it from, but essentially what's going to happen is you'll use one of these crystals that you drop from gear raid 16 or above. I think I'm getting one every about 10-20 runs, something like that. So they're not overly common, but they will stop. It's a guaranteed jump for you, so it'll be a guaranteed success as soon as you use it. So instead of the bar going up and failing, it will be a guaranteed success for you, which is fantastic, particularly for younger accounts where gold is much more of an issue for you. For later accounts, it's not going to be an issue for you, but for younger accounts, it's a good step in the right direction. Okay, so you should be able to level up your gear a bit easier and save some of that gold. Okay, fantastic. Right, now we move on to some other stuff. Now a lot of this is sort of tied in with each other. Okay, so sort of bear with me. These are the new demon soldiers at the bottom. They're easy to find because I haven't got any of them. Okay, these are the new demon soldiers. You've got your 2 new captains. You have got one here who's part of the Chaos, and then you've got another one here who's part of Frostborn. Okay, and then there's some new heroes that go with it as well. Now when the update comes and you do an attack, you will then get an achievement. Now that achievement gives you a reward, and that reward is a chest, and you can pick up a new demon. So I haven't picked one up yet. This is it here. So if you go to use it, you would get one of these 2. Okay, I haven't chosen one of them yet to use with. I'm going to see if I get a captain at some point, and then I will pick one corresponding to whichever one I take. Okay, so you want to upgrade your demons. Now you can do this now with the Voidcores. Okay, so where do they drop from? They drop from AMR is one of the places they drop from. Okay, so stages 19 and 20, which is essentially the same stage. So you get 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 1 to 2. And there's your drops that you can get. And then stage 21, you can get 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 1 to 3. Now the thing about this is, and I have sent this back to the devs, in your gear raids, it's very different. Okay, so 18, again, you get nothing, although from 16 onwards you get your Arcarian crystals, we know that, but at 19 you start getting your Voidcores, so 3 to 5, which is the same as 19 on your gear raids, okay, sorry, on your artifact material raids. Okay, so 19 is the same as 19 and 20. Stage 20 on your gear raids is now the same with regards to your Voidcore drop rate, or drops, is the same as 21 and 22. So if you are farming up Voidcores and you're already doing stage 21 of a gear raid, you will get more Voidcores from stage 21 of a gear raid than you will from doing stage 21, 22 of AMR. Okay, so do bear that in mind if you're farming up your Voidcores. The other thing to bear in mind is now, because the gear raids now drop your keystones as well, your maps, so you're only getting them from gear raids at the moment. That is subject to change, and we'll have a look at that in a second, but you're only getting them from there, you're not getting them from AMR. So AMR is solely good for realistically getting the stuff that you need for your artifacts. If you don't need to do it, is there really a massive point in doing AMR? Because you'll get more rewards and more resources from doing gear raids. Okay, so something for you to bear in mind, and as you go up in the stages in your gear raids, you're getting more and more of these as well. Okay, and then at 24 you're getting 8 to 12, 8 to 12, 4 to 6. Okay, there you go, but you only ever get one Arcarian crystal, and that is the same as at 16 as well, where you first start getting them, right, which is the first place you get your ancient gear from. Right, so that's the Voidcores and the difference between where they drop from, so bear that in mind when you go forward and you start doing your stuff. Okay, so that is how you can upgrade your demons. Now that does apply to the old demons as well as the new ones, they can all use it, but you can still also get the same as you did before, the old versions of the actual shards of that demon as well. Okay, they just work with any demon at all of that category. So epic ones will only be used with epics, and legendaries will only be used with legendaries. So if I pick a legendary hero here, you'll see I cannot upgrade it, but if I click on it, it goes yellow, because I can actually upgrade it if I want to, because I've got enough shards to. Okay, so there we go. You don't get a red dot when you click on it, you'll get the yellow one. Now, where do you get the new ones from? You get them from your mystery demon chest. Now the mystery demon chest, this is important. One of the places I've always got one from, because it does say that in the notes, so one of the places that I've got one from in the last couple of weeks has been, and there is no record of it unfortunately, the last boss on Nightmare Void Rift. Okay, so on the Void Rift, Nightmare is the one I always do, and then the last boss always drops me a mystery demon chest, but there's nothing in here about it, there's nothing in first rewards, anything like that, but he does always drop one. Okay, so on Monday the game resets, your Void Rift will be open. Do not do your Void Rift until the patch has come, because that way you'll get additional rewards. Now following that logic going forward, that also applies to your Semram as well. Okay, so Semram, my rewards for Semram on the Forerunner are different to yours on Global. This is what you're going to get from Tuesday, but you'll be able to collect your rewards on Monday. So on Tuesday, this is what you'll now get. You'll see the keystone is in there as well, from level 2 to 4, so you could get a level 4 keystone. Instead of having to do gear raid level 24, you can now do Semram Apocalypse 1, and boom, you can get up to a level 4 keystone as well. Okay, so there you go, that is one place to get them from, but that reward will not change until 21-ish hours after the game resets on Monday. So don't collect Semram, wait until Tuesday, then pick up your rewards after the updates happen. It's going to be a little bit easier for you. Okay, save yourself a week. Now on Apocalypse 2, this is big. Any chest in Apocalypse 2, we'll pick the bottom one. Okay, you have got the only place in game you'll get them, level 5 keystones. Haven't got one myself, but I did get a keystone last week. I think it was an epic level 3. So you generally do get them from here, or last week I did, and I'm expecting to this week. So but the only place I've seen them level 5 is from here as well. Okay, and that is all chests. Now chest differences, they're also being dropped, your keystones, from Drake's Chasm. Now you've got a couple of days to sort yourself out and sort your guild out. You do need to be aware of this, and you do need to know this going forward. Okay, so Nightmare 3, That's the rewards you get. Okay, top chest, Nightmare 3, that's your rewards. Bottom chest of Nightmare 4 brings up your Mystery Demon chest. Okay, so there's your Mystery Demon chest available on Nightmare 4. Okay, along with your Keystones. Keystones were available on Nightmare 4, not available on the top chest of Nightmare 3. So you have to do Nightmare 4 if you want Demon chest and if you want the Keystones. The other place you can get them obviously is Abyss. So even bottom chest on Abyss will give you your Mystery Demon chest and will also give you your Nightmare or your Keystone as well. Okay, so if your guild's not managing to do that, you might want to think, let's get a wriggle on with my guild, or let's push my guild to start doing Abyss more often, because it appears now that you're going to get better rewards from doing Nightmare 4 and Abyss 1 than you are from doing Nightmare 3 and Nightmare 4. Okay, there is now a margin of difference in there, particularly if you're pushing GVG and you're going to want these chests as well. Okay, so bear that in mind. Now, update comes on Tuesday, so things to bear in mind for us. Okay, Tuesday is the update. Game resets on Monday, so we do not do our Void Rift on Monday. Big important thing. We wait until Tuesday after the update, then go and do Void Rift. We leave our Titanic rewards from Semram and Apox 1 and 2, and we wait until again after the update, because then hopefully we'll be able to trigger the new rewards from that as well. Okay, the rest of the update is normal, nice stuff, all good. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a nice update, it really is. But big things, wait until the update is done before you collect your rewards and do your Void Rift. Okay, thank you very much for your time. If you leave me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe when you're out the door, would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in the video again soon. Cheers for your time. Thank you. Goodbye.